Hi guys, I'm back at Westchester Antique Center. It's about 10 days out from Christmas and I wanted to go in the mall, see what type of gift items we might find, see what type of Christmas items might be left. From what I understand, the mall's been selling Christmas decor and items since early November, but you never know what's still there. I know a lot of dealers will stock again if they have the stock to replenish. So I want to see what's still in there Christmas wise, as well as kind of just give you some ideas for Christmas gifts. Let's go check it out. Okay, so currently I am on the back wall. This aisle is called Pavilion, and this booth has some fun little Christmas items and just red in general. That's great for decor. These vintage glass bottles are $6.99 a piece. They look really great clustered together like that. I like that. I don't even think you need to put anything in them. They're just adorable just the way they are. And then this is a fun green item. This is, oh, it's actually two items actually. It says it's handmade. That's interesting. It is $9. And then the ashtray, oh, which is quite heavy. It is, what she's calling, yeah, ashtray, or yeah, 45 for it. It's Viking. I do believe that's mid-century. This maybe isn't, but they do kind of work together if you figure out what you would want to put in there and use it as, I don't know, a centerpiece in some way. Somebody get creative and tell me what to do with it. That's pretty cool. Over here, some granny squares. This, I think, yeah, is a tree skirt. Boy, my great aunt made these like crazy back in the day. $14.99. This one is vintage. You can kind of see a little bit of the wear on the yarn, which kind of is a good sign that it is a vintage piece. Down aisle 8, right close to Pavilion, is this really spectacular. I'm going to try to stand back so you can see the whole thing. This mirror really caught my eye. It does say that it is mid-century styled, so it must be a reproduction, but man, what a statement piece. It's $100. I'm kind of in love with that. Just, I don't know where I'd put it in my own home, just because my own home isn't styled that way, but if yours is, who cares if it's a reproduction? That's spectacular. So continuing down aisle 8, there's some holiday decor throughout this booth. Looks like most of it is contemporary. I did spot this, however. These are the 12 Days of Christmas cookie cutter set, and it is, of course, the entire set because it's still sealed in the plastic. Looks like the whole set is $15, which really is a great deal. I mean, that's just a little more than $1 a cookie cutter, plus I guess you're getting the cookie sheet too, although I'm assuming you would keep it in the original packaging if you collect cookie cutters. I have a set of these. Actually, I have two sets of these, but I've had to gather them from multiple shopping trips in order to make the 12. So I've never seen them all together like this, still in the original packaging. This makes me wonder a little, just because he seems like he's in there upside down, but this definitely looks like original seal, so maybe that happened at the factory. But really fun set of cookie cutters. I love that style of cookie cutters. I usually I take clay and I make Christmas ornaments out of those instead of cookies. Check out the vintage rosebud down aisle 8. I love that bird cage back there. I can just envision that on an enclosed patio. Maybe not a Christmassy thing, although it'd kind of be cool if you could decorate it in a Christmas theme, put ornaments inside it or something. But they've got a really sweet little display here of a little gold tree and some vintagey ornaments, vintage styled, created. She's done a lot of this type of creation. This is precious. This is moss rose. I had to think for a second. I always recognize this because I have this set. It was my grandmother's. She wants $8 for this precious little Christmas assemblage. That's a great little item just to tuck somewhere. I love how she's done. I'm assuming she's created these things The prints, as well as these little potpourri clusters are very Christmassy. They'd be great in a little gift basket. And what are these? These are $1 and they're just little reproduction cutouts. Oh, I love that as well. Look at some of the graphics. I love graphics. Just think it's super. Now this one, now this is a reproduction as well. But, oh, sorry, I'm getting a glare for you. I'm so enamored right now, I couldn't even notice my screen. But these are really just adorable. You could punch a hole in these and hang them on your tree. And you know, then you've got a whole tree decorated, a small tree obviously, but decorated in some vintage Santas. Yeah, that's really cute. I like that. There's a lot of them there. I'm not going to dig through every one, but you get the gist. Check out the vintage Christmas trees and the vintage lights. These are humongous. $2.25 is that's for the set. So there's 2 of them, and then the Christmas tree is an Atlantic, and they want $135 for it. It is roughly 14 inches tall. I am on market down towards aisle 8. This is a vintage one. One way that you can tell it's a vintage is, even though it's dusty, if you kind of look at the glaze, you do see just kind of a little bit of a haze to it. I don't know if I'm really picking that up on camera or not, but when you see it in person, there's a difference between the sheen of a brand new glaze and a vintage glaze. And this is a vintage. It's just not quite as, like I said, it's got a smidge of a haze to it. This whole thing looks a little hazy just because it's dusty. It wasn't cleaned before it was brought in. But even when you remove the dust, you can see it. So, and the bulbs have been glued in. There's, you know, a few that are loose. That's normal. But that's a vintage style bulb. And again, I'm sure original, just based on the fact that this thing hasn't seen daylight in quite some time. If you look at the cord is kind of another telltale that it's a vintage piece. So now sometimes I've done it myself, replaced the cord just for safety reasons. If the cord has looked tattered in some way, I will replace that. But you know, usually somebody that replaces the cord would notate that it's a new cord. Even the star is original. And like I said, I'm not sure it's picking up on camera. I'm trying to get, but it's it's a little yellowed. It was clear originally, and now it's a little bit yellowed. So that's another sign that it's a vintage tree. Continuing down aisle 8, this is a booth that is completely Christmas themed. So we're going to check it out a little bit. Here's a hand-painted slate. I love these, just hanging at your front door. This one is only $25, so not a bad price at all. These are, if you're not familiar, this is a roofing slate. So it's like not very common for a house to have a slate roof anymore. They do still have them, but most especially here in the Midwest, not as common. Mostly older homes. And this does look like a vintage slate just based on the, I'm not going to turn it around, but based on the discoloration and dirt and the chip. So I do think it is probably a vintage slate. So I don't know. These have a lot of character, in my opinion. I love these hanging on a front door or near a front entrance. If you're into spatterware pottery, look at these wintry themed dishes. You could use them on Christmas, but you could also use them all winter long. There's a lot that goes with the set. So not just, you know, plates and bowls and such, but serving plates and let's catch a few prices here. $10 for these little ramekin crocks. Those are adorable. You could bake about anything in those. Those are really popular right now, the ramekins. There's a canister up here, $25 for the canister. And this display continues. She put blue glasses with it, which is a great way to connect your color in. $12 for that whole set. Looks like there's a set of 8. Look at there. Here's a nice serving bowl. $24 for the serving bowl. Here's another baker. I'd call it a baker. $20. Continuing down aisle 8, I am in Echo Amy's, and I spot this sweet little Christmas puppy planter. He's adorable. He's only $15. And then right next to it are these really great little mugs. Look at the graphics on that. Okay, these are left in. There's 3 of them for $20. Really sweet. Here's the infamous leg lamp. It's fragile, right? I want to turn it, but oh, it's $35. It's in great shape. I don't know what year it was produced, but that's really fun. It's probably, if I had to guess the size, maybe it's 24 inches tall, so it's not a bad size either. It's pretty good size. Here's what I want for Christmas. So if you're shopping for me, this is it right here. I want to start to I do a lot of aqua in my house, but I want to mix it with orange, to change things up a bit. It's $55. I love that piece of bittersweet. It's just kind of the right size for the space that I would want it. So yeah, Christmas shopping for me, that's the ticket right there. If you know a Beatles fan, here's some Beatles items. Obviously contemporary, but really fun little gift items. This is a lounge fly. It's $85. It's obviously Yellow Submarine. Really sweet. This book down here says "Where's Ringo?" That's super fun. And I think if I'm remembering what I've seen of those Beatles movies, there is always a thing about "Where's Ringo?" At least in a couple. Somebody that's more versed in that, please let me know in the comments what the story was behind that. And then this mug is $20. Obviously, again, Yellow Submarine. Really fun Christmas gift for the Beatle fan. So the booth with the Yellow Submarine, and also too, there's other Christmas things there. Look at that big elf, the big-eyed elf back there. I'm gonna have to check him out when I get around the corner. This, by the way, is a booth at the front of the store. I love this display. I think I've mentioned this fireplace type of console before. It's just made from all salvage, but look how spectacular it looks with all of her Christmas themed items. By the way, too, she's running 15% off until the end of the year. These felt trees are really neat. There's a green one down here. There's also an Anna Lee elf if you're into Anna Lee. There's really cute mushroom light. And then here's the red felt. He is $70. She's got baskets of, I think these are vintage reproduction ornaments, $6 a piece. I don't think these are vintage, but they are really wonderful reproductions. $5. And because I tend to be a blingy kind of person, I love this. Is $115 with the crystals. Really beautiful. This is a great way to display one of these. And this actually, oh, that's the ornament, is half off. So it's only $4 for one of the, these are like paper mache angels. But I love that she's kind of put them in this bowed dish. Just a beautiful display. And this is a great holiday table idea. Just take your mismatched candlesticks. I love the idea of mismatched items. If they're all vintage, kind of a neat way to go. So the elf, as you can see, is quite large. He is a Joe Spencer's. He is $100, and looks like his name is Bartholomew. If you have a record player, or if you know someone that collects old vinyl, this booth is at the end, near the front, but at the end, like to come in the front door, turn to the right, it's on the far end. It's audio archaeology, and they've got a lot of vintage records, and even displayed in the old record store displays. And they are kind of a variety of prices, just based on collectability or who the artist is. So check it out. There's a lot to look through here. I love the graphics sometimes on these old albums, but you can find all kinds of goodies music-wise in this booth, as well as electronics. If you have someone on your Christmas list that's a big Disney buff, and in this case specifically Little Mermaid collector, this is at the very last aisle of the cases. This is one of the open cases. Looks like the case number is 1506C, and lots and lots of Little Mermaid stuff. This is adorable. There is a little Jelly Belly Mickey, I assume Jelly Belly dispenser, also $15 for it. I love that he obviously cranks the item out for you. That's really, really cute. Here's Little Mermaid kind of in a teapot. I don't know if this is made or if it came this way, but different. The little vanity tray, 40, that's precious. Some of the picture frames, these were really popular in the 90s. These type of three-dimensional, you bought these at the Disney store. I have some myself. Oh yeah, this one, I have a picture of my daughter washing dishes, and she's like 3 years old in this frame right here. It's $35, just to catch. Oh, this one looks like they forgot to put a price tag on. Let's see if we can see the price on this one. $25. Not a bad price, considering that is about what they ranged when you bought them new. They've got quite a few snow globes. Look at this one, it's really spectacular. It's $150. And then this one in the back, how much is it? I'm trying to see from here. Okay, that one's $100. And there's some little miniature ones here. It's in the $20 range. This figure is really fun, just because her tail is all glittery, and Eric is, you know, obviously carrying her. $30 for it. And there she is in her fancy wedding gown in the back. $25 for that one. This one, here's a music box. $25 for that one as well. Here's just a porcelain figure, $15. You don't see these anymore. Disney doesn't sell a lot of this anymore. I'm not really sure why, but this is a really, really fun case. Like I said, if you've got a Disney buff or a Little Mermaid specifically buff on your Christmas list, come check out this booth. Well, this case, let me say that, this case. A little bit of paper dolls here, the Lennon sisters, little I Love Lucy, Janet Lennon specifically, just some really beautiful. Is that Julie Andrews? No, Debbie Reynolds. I was thinking Julie Andrews, but no, it's Debbie Reynolds. Really beautiful paper dolls. And then up top, I love this Jack Lord framed picture. It even has, I'm trying to get it without a glare, but it's kind of impossible in the cases. It's got a couple canceled checks from Jack Lord, so you kind of, in a sense, get his signature too. It is $40. And then on the opposite side, there's a photograph of Carol Burnett with her signature, and it is $40 as well. By the way, I am at case number 1422. Here's a Disney themed booth. Once again, all Mickey. And look at the Christmas plates. This is a really fun, once again, if you've got a Disney buff, check out the cases. There's lots of fun things in here. The train is particularly cute. It's $30. Cute, cute, cute. Some mugs. Just a variety of things from a variety of different time frames. obviously. Lots of fun here if you have a Mickey fan on your Christmas list. And again, I'm still in that same aisle of the cases, 1412. If you have a coin collector on your Christmas list, there's a case here, 1318, that's got a lot of coins and collectible, obviously collectible money. Again, these are a little hard to capture, but just to kind of give you an idea of what is here, I'm just gonna scan down, and then there's one directly behind me, so I'm gonna pop the camera off and turn around. There's also this case, 1315. They have coins. They also have some sports memorabilia in here as well. Kind of a variety, but if you notice, there's some coins and collectible money in here as well. I love this composite of cards here. Those are really sweet. They're from 1956. Looks like they're $149. Hopefully my camera is catching those okay. But just to give you an idea of what is here. Let's see, what's Pete Rose? Oh, I can't see his price. I was going to give you I can't tell you the price on him, sorry. But the old baseball All-Star autographed is $73. So if you got a baseball fan, that's pretty sweet. So I'm on Market down towards aisle 12 at the moment, and these little assemblage type things always catch my eye. I love that. I love taking something that maybe might have been lost or discarded and creating something new. This could hold your Christmas cards, or I don't know, whatever you would want, but it's really cute the way they put these vintage blocks and then little figures and the bottle brush trees together. Looks like the price. Let me pause here and get a price for you. It's $25. So that's a really sweet little coffee table piece, mantle piece, whatever you would want to use it for. Just kind of a neat way to recycle and reuse rather than things getting discarded and thrown away. That's one of my favorite things. Over here, a little blue Christmas going for you. Here's a little baby booty and a little bottle brush tree, $10. Once again, kind of utilizing that assemblage concept, marrying pieces together to create something new. This is a sweet little Norcrest angel. I think she probably has a mate that is missing. But she looks like she's in really great shape. She's only $10. She's got such a sweet little face. This is a new booth down aisle 12. Newer, I should say, since last time I was in. They've got these paint by number dog pictures. They are super in pretty nice frames too. Looks like, wait a sec, I just had it. It's $90 for the pair. That's a fun find for someone that collects paint by numbers. They're very festive in this booth right now, so I kind of want to check it out a little bit. They've got a little tree down here, some vintage bulbs down here, some mugs, a mix of vintage and contemporary, obviously, but it's a nice little look. Here's some Temptations wear in red. That is the older Temptations, actually. This carved pattern, I think, was what she started doing originally. Looks like $15 for the larger loaf pan and trivet. I like that they have this cute little mantle displaying a lot of their merchandise. They've got little things for the kid in you in here. Here's a little 60s, I think, musical Santa. Yeah. So he's in great shape. He's $40. He looks really great. And this little Santa is really nice as well. Let's check him out. He looks like he winds up and plays his drum. He is $35. Oh, I love him. He's a great little vintage look. He's got like some yellowing in his beard. Same with this. He's got some yellowing. But I don't know. To me, leave it. I like that look. Some people want to clean. This will not come clean. That's just part of how it's aged now. It's plastic. It's not coming out, is my best guess. This you could probably clean, but I wouldn't. I would just leave it as is. It gives it that that aged patina. So, but yeah, lots of little fun things in this booth Christmas-wise. This is a pretty Snow Babies figure, very Christmassy. I don't want to pick it up and turn it over to check the price, but if you do Snow Babies, that's a nice piece. Actually, that might be the box down there. Let's see. Yeah, it's only 20. So, and obviously it comes with its original box still. I'm at the beginning of aisle 10 in One Man's Gold, and there's some beautiful vintage Christmas tablecloths here. There's a really crazy looking giant Santa in this booth. I don't know anything about these. Yeah, it doesn't say. He's from the 60s according to this, $45. I have seen this face before. I'm just not familiar with the manufacturer. Sorry. Let me know if you know. I'd love to learn about that. Here's a beautiful tablecloth, 50 by 60. I love that they give you the measurements on it, $19. Here's one that's got some cutouts. I think that's maybe slightly newer, white and spring. And then here's another really beautiful floral poinsettia, 24 for it, 60 by 70. That's a beautiful one if you're doing vintage for your Christmas. Here's some embroidery napkins to go with. $12 for 12 of them. Can't beat that. $1 a piece. Oh, and then these are sweet. Look at these little vintage handmade ornaments. These are just adorable. $7. Yeah, $7 it looks like for each one. Oh, I love the mice. Those are just precious. The time somebody took to make those, that reminds me of something my grandmother would have done. Got a little, I think this is more contemporary, but it's a fun little green metallic tree. Over here, this looks like, okay, Saucy Walker. I knew she looked familiar, but I didn't know what she was. She is $45. Back in the day, some little girl would have been so thrilled to have that giant Saucy Walker. Oh, and I love this. I love when people do this. Once again, taking something that maybe has a little bit of something not right with it, like a pin with the back broken and whatever, and putting it together to create something totally new. $35 for this pin angel. Beautiful. Continuing down aisle 9, here's some fun blow molds. This little reindeer. He's 100. These are vintage blow molds, by the way. This one is 150. The snowman, he's quite large. And then, well, over here is another one, an elf. He is 150. So if you like blow molds, that elf seems a little more unusual. I don't usually see an elf with a candy cane, so I don't collect them, but I don't know. So I don't know for sure how rare that is, but he seems fun and unique to me. I kind of love this lamp. I don't know why really, but I just do. $50. It's alabaster maybe. Some type, or it might just be stone. I'm not completely sure. Here's a fun little vintage jar with the styrofoam Santa head. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I gotta turn him over, but I need 2 hands. Okay, yeah, he's from the 60s and he is 25. These things kind of seem like the type of thing that didn't survive for long. So the fact that this is still here, because this is paper and it's felted, and then he's got a felted hat, and like I said, his head is styrofoam, so I would imagine those took a beating. So he's a great little find. This is a beautiful Santa teapot by Lenox, obviously. I love the look of Lenox. I just think it's very classic. It is $50. Here's a little Santa workshop music box. It is $20. It looks like it's from 1993. So I'm back down on Pavilion, and this is near aisle 9. This booth has a lot of vintage ornaments. and just smalls in general. And they've packaged them, which is a really great idea. It keeps them neat and tidy. It keeps the tag from damaging the item. Prices are very reasonable for these vintage items. Look at this one with the umbrella, $12.95. Just to give you an idea of price range, look at this little angel here, $9. Here's more of those eggs, those decorated eggs that would have been handmade. Presumably these might be mass produced, but regardless, $10.75 for 3 of them. And then back here, she's got, she's kind of put her blue and red together for the Christmas winter season. She's got her little vintage snowmen. It just looks great. And let's catch a price of one of these little snowmen. Let's see, $10. Nice. That's a nice price. Honestly, those have a lot of character. There's the blue. She's got 2 in the blue and then 1 in the red with the aqua blue. Well, I mean, I guess they're both, now that I'm looking at them, they're a mix of the 2 colors. It's just one color is more predominant than the other on whichever snowman. Really sweet. Really sweet. Great look. Okay, so I've been talking about the assemblage, so I have to mention these. Look at this sweet little Napco girl with her poodle. Not gonna lie, this is from my booth. It's $32.99. Like I said, I just love to do this type of thing. After I put this one together, I was kind of tempted to keep her myself. I put a little mink coat on her, little mink stole, I guess you could say, on her because she had lost her wings. So I would never do this sort of craft with one that was in perfect condition, but this is like I said, a way to give them new life. It's a brand new thing. It's a whole new item in a sense, and yeah, it's sweet. It's a sweet one. Some teacups with some little bottle brush trees in them as well. I've got a couple down here. This little vintage, also Napco angel with a little bottle brush tree assemblage. $27.99 for it. And then this one in the lusterware. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just going to pick it up in the little lusterware sugar bowl. Missing its lid, so gave it a new life. $15.99. A couple more over here. Teacup with a bottle brush in it. Only $9.99. And then this little silver tray with the 2 little dogs and bottle brush tree, $14.99. Does anyone else think of Mame and Christmas? I do, just because of that scene where they are super poor and celebrating Christmas early. I love that. This is a soundtrack vinyl of the Angela Lansbury version. It's only $2. I love the graphics on this particular album cover. That's one of the cool things about old albums is the graphics of the covers. And for $2, man, I think I would almost frame that. I wish they hadn't put the sticker on it, just because, yeah, you can just steam it off, but just would be nice if it wasn't there, or at the very least maybe on the back. But for $2, I'd probably take a chance on that. If that, if that color scheme was predominant in my house, I'd totally frame that. Check out this beautiful handmade nativity set. This is just gorgeous. It's done really well. These pieces have been clear glazed and then glazed with mother of pearl as well as gold. That's a fired on gold. One way you can tell it's handmade is there's the initials, JM, from the person that made it. Even her or his initials that they carved in there, just so meticulously done. Like it's beautiful. This is one of the nicest handmade sets I've ever seen. There's the manger goes with it. Looks like it's $95 for the whole set. Very well worth it price-wise. A, it's vintage. B, beautifully done set. Really gorgeous. I don't remember the maker of this particular mold. I don't believe it's Atlantic. It may have been Holland, but I would have to do some screenshots to know for sure. If somebody knows, please feel free to put it in the comments. I might comment later once I look it up. Okay guys, that's it for now. As you can tell, there's still a good bit of Christmas decor and vintage items in the mall. There's also a lot of really great ideas for a unique gift for someone for Christmas. So come check it out. They're open all day today till 6. And then I think Christmas Eve, I believe, I'll put it up in the comments. I think I saw they close at 3 on Christmas Eve and then close Christmas Day and then open back up regular hours on the 26th. So come in, check it out, see if you can find a unique gift for that special friend. There's a lot in there. I'm just barely scratching the surface. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.